just got back from my walk. I'm so excited, so very excited. I walk 8 kilometers a day. Today it was a little leery because I seen a few people that were like, kind of like talking to themselves and screaming, actually shouting and cursing to themselves. And I walked by a section of town that was at one point it was a beautiful area, absolutely calm, and I could sit and look at there was geese, and there was swans, and there was ducks, and I'd be able to go to the bridge and look over the bridge and look at the geese and the swans. Well, I was doing that today, and there was a young couple, and they were looking for minnows. I guess they sell minnows for fishing. So they had a bucket, and they were kind of like going over the side of the bridge, and they were, lifting up buckets of minnows. And, they had this rope. It was a really long rope. And so I stood there for a while, talked to them, and watched them do that. And it was kind of like, well, it's nice to see, because back in my day, that's where we got our fun. We would play at the creek, we would climb trees, we would build forts. Nowadays you can't get them off the damn internet, and I'm just as bad now in my 60s, because what am I doing today? But I do take that time to go for a walk and to investigate and to get back to nature. I do take that time when I'm able to, like when my health is up and when the weather is good enough, I'm able to get out and do that. But I would like to do it a lot more, to get out in nature a lot more. And I'm going to, that's a promise that I made to myself, and I am going to keep that promise to myself. Hang on, I want to drink. But every time I leave, I have a small tabby cat. And every time I leave, my cat gets this look on his face, like just so forlorn, so sad, right? And when I come home, usually, he will like literally jump on the furniture and he will mess it up. It's like he goes through this temper fit and he just messes everything up. He messes up the couch cushions. He knocks the blankets off the couch. He even comes in, and I'm pretty sure he licks my coffee out of the coffee cup. But today I come home and it was the same thing, and I couldn't find him anywhere. And I couldn't find him anywhere. And so I went and did, went to the bathroom and relieved myself, was coming out, still couldn't find him. And I was getting a little worried. So I called him and kind of looked out around the corner at me and gave me this look like, where were you? Right? Anyhow. So I want to tell you what happens. And I do strongly believe in the spiritual realm. I'm very aware, keenly aware of the energies around me. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story. It's going to kind of, and if you watch my channel at all, you'll see sometimes I see like I posted a picture of one where I actually seen my name spelled out in the clouds, and someone I care about, their name spelled out in the clouds, which is kind of odd. Anyway, so I come home and there was a little bit of a mess, and I couldn't find him, and he had been hiding. And finally, when I finally called him, he came, peeked out around the corner at me, and then finally started coming to me. So I took my sweater off, I put it on the couch, and when I put it on the couch, he went and he nestled up to it, and he was kneading it, nesting it, like they do when they're children, when they're babies. So anyway, let's get to the story. I'll tell you the story. So I walked into this second-hand store, and I wasn't going to, because usually what I do is I walk there and I walk back, but I wanted to kind of look around. I don't have money to buy anything, but I wanted to look around. So I walked in and I, did my look around, walked around the whole store. I didn't see anything really that, I could afford or I liked. And I thought, I'm going to leave. So I was leaving. I was out the door. And something pulled me back into the store because I hadn't gone to look at all the furniture. And usually I look at the furniture, right? So I hadn't gone to look at the furniture. So I thought, I'm just going to take a stroll through. I mean, I'm here now, right? So I walked back in. And something was pulling me down this one particular aisle. I just can't believe this. I just can't believe this. And the whole time that I was there and I was walking, I was thinking, damn, you know what? I want to get one of those carry cases that you can carry your pet in, so I can take my cat with me, because I'm tired of him being alone. And, he's my companion. And so I think, it'd be nice to treat him a little bit and get him out, because he doesn't get out. He's like an indoor cat. And he didn't sign up for that. I signed him up for that when I picked him up as a kitten. So I'd been thinking about those carry cases, the backpacks. And so I walked into the store. Then I left, and I walked back in. Something was pulling me back into the store. So I went down the aisle with all the incidentals. Like there's furniture, and then there's like little tiny things, and like cases, and umbrellas, things like that. And my attention was drawn to a bag on the floor. It was just a bag. And it was like there was stuff around it. It was like insignificant. It was just sitting on the floor. It was a bag. It wasn't anything special. All I seen was like a bag, a duffel bag with the straps. And I thought, and then all of a sudden, after not thinking about it, right, and just basically looking and say, what is that, right? All of a sudden, my eye is drawn to it, and I think in my head, I got to pick that up. And I was going to walk by it because it looked grungy. So I was going to walk right by it. And I said, no, I got to pick it up. And I picked it up. And to my surprise, guess what it is? It's one of those carry cases. Yeah, it's one of those carry cases. And I looked at the price. I couldn't afford it. It was $20.95, something like that. And so I thought, and I was going to put it down, but I held on to it for some reason. And something made me think, you might be able to get some off that because the zipper's broken. I mean, I checked the zipper, and the zipper was, kind of, it gets stuck in one particular area, but that's easily fixed, right? And I was thinking, geez, there's a seamstress right down from where I live. I wonder how much she would charge me to fix it. And those carry cases are like, they're expensive, really expensive. And this was in pretty good shape except for the zipper. So I mean, all these things just kept popping in my head, and I just, it was like glued to me. I wouldn't put it down. I thought I gotta. So I went up to the front and I talked to a manager. And the manager said, I said to the manager, do you think I can get anything off this? Because it's like $20.95 and the zipper's broken. It's going to cost me at least $40 to fix the zipper. Do you think maybe you guys could give me a little bit of a stipend off it? So she went and talked to another manager, and you know what? They gave me half off. So from $20.95, I think I paid like $10 and whatever, but half price. Like, and then, excuse me, I went up to pay for it. And guess what? It's senior day. It's senior day, so I got an additional, I think it was $1.10 or $1.20 off, right? So basically, for a carry case that was 20 bucks, I think I paid $7.98. Yeah, for a carry case. And that means that my little tabby is not going to be sitting at home lonely and bored and getting frustrated because mama took off on him, right? So I brought it home and I washed it, and I scrubbed it down with a little scrub brush, and I sprayed it to make sure that my cat is safe. So I sprayed it, I washed it, and I hung it outside so it's drying. And I've already done my 8-kilometer walk, so I might do a second one today just to try out the bag. And I might do that maybe around 1 o'clock. Well, maybe not 1 o'clock, but if I can't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. I want to make sure that the bag is completely dry, and if it isn't dry, I could always dry it. But I do have to find a seamstress to fix the one area on the bag that is broken. Now, I can close it, and with a little bit of work I can open it, right? But I want to get one that's safer. I want to get it safer because I don't want to have him on my back and I'm walking, then all of a sudden the case falls apart and he takes off running, right? So I just want to be very safe with my cat because I absolutely love my cat. So I will post a picture of my little thrift find, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about taking him for a walk, and I'm excited about him becoming part of my little excursions. So I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be willing. And be aware, there is someone listening to your thoughts, someone that is going to manifest those things for you when you truly, truly need it. So I shall see you on the next video. The good Lord be willing. Bye. It's always better to let them get used to something, especially a case like that. So he's investigating it. I have it sitting on the floor, waiting for him to decide he wants to get in it. But yeah, it's got to be at his time. It can't be forced. If it's forced, the cat will get scared of the bag and won't want to go in it. So yeah, you want a nice calm cat.
So isn't that the sweetest thing? Look at that. He's investigating. He said, I'm not too sure about this, Mom. I'm not too sure about this thing. Well, what do you know? He went inside. Yeah, he went inside. So that's how you get your cat used to it, where they feel comfortable inside. That's what you do. He's investigating it. There's no way he's going in there. He's like, Mom, I ain't going in there unless I know that it's 100% safe. Yeah. So he's I think it's so cool. I can't wait to take him for a walk.